Hello, my little cucumbers, and welcome back to the Coop'dUp podcast. How are we doing? December is closing soon. I think we have 2 weeks left of December, and then it's 2026. Gonna be new year, new us, new podcast. I mean, not new podcasts, but I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit. I'm so super excited to be closing out December. Last week, I know I told you guys, I said I had a lot going on. I had Christmas parties coming up. We are closing out the week. I mean, I have finished. I have a flight in 3 hours, I think. Yeah, I have a flight in 3 hours. I'm flying out of LAX. And here I am recording a podcast episode for you guys before my flight. So we're going to get straight into it. We're going to start with a what are you wearing? So I'll stand up for you guys, of course. Something. I typically fly in sweats, but I will be flying in this Zara t-shirt, ASOS pants, baggy, I don't even know, my Uggs, and my Diesel belt. I feel like it's kind of like a repeat of last week's episode. I kind of just zhuzhed it up a little bit more, but I'm super comfy for the airport. Surprisingly, I'll throw on a hoodie on top of this, and I'll bring Stella with me, and I'll have my bags, and that will be my airport vibe fit check. Hopefully it goes smooth. I want to get into this week for you guys. I finally had my Secret Santa at work, okay? And it didn't go as planned. But I am going to tell you guys about the Secret Santa and what I did. So I got this guy at work. We're going to call him Nathaniel. Nathaniel's always saying something rude or inappropriate. He's just an older gay. But he just says rude things all the time, and people have to just kind of put up with it. And so I would say maybe a couple weeks ago before I even got him for the Secret Santa. So I was talking to one of my coworkers, not Nathaniel. I was talking to one of my coworkers who was asking me if I was religious. And I was telling him, and I was like, hey, listen, And he was like, no, seriously, are you religious? And I was like, well, I mean, my family, I would consider my family to be more religious than I am. I am not that religious, I would say, but I was like, and so Nathaniel, who's this older guy that I was telling you guys about 2 seconds ago, he comes over, not even part of the conversation, and he goes, oh, honey, you be praying on your knees every night. And he said it kind of loud for other people in the kitchen to hear. And I was like, listen, you don't know me, you shouldn't be saying that. And he was like, oh, honey, I know you. You pray on your knees every night. I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. And I was like, oh. What? You're not even part of this conversation. He's asking me serious questions and you're calling me a hoe, essentially. And you don't even know me. And I was like, what the fuck? So when we were doing Secret Santa, when it was my turn to pick, okay, so fast forward a week later from when he's telling me that I'm a hoe and praying on my knees every night and this, that, and the third, I was pulling for a Secret Santa, and the first pull I got was my name. Big surprise. They would not let me keep my name, so I had to put it back. Then I got this girl who I had never met. So I was like, I don't want to be Secret Santas with somebody that I've never met before. So can I just get somebody else? And they were like, okay, fine, you get one more turn. And so I pulled, and of course I got Nathaniel. So we did this thing where we kind of wrote what we wanted on a board in the kitchen on a whiteboard. We kind of just wrote little things that we would want underneath a certain price range. Well, little old me disregarded Nathaniel's entire list for the Secret Santa. He wrote the things that he wanted, and I said, fuck that. I got Nathaniel a 10.5-foot pole. I'm not talking a stripper pole. I'm not talking a pole that you put in your house or something that you can climb on. No, I just got him an extendable 10.5-foot pole, and it came in a box. And I was like, I'm going to give this to him. And so when he opens it, I'm going to tell him, I'm going to be like, oh, remember when you said you wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole? Well, I got you a 10.5-foot pole. I know. Diabolical. I got him another gift just because I like didn't want to like get in trouble. Obviously, I'm going to be a good sport, but I got him that first gift because I was like, he needs to realize that the things that he says is kind of and he should probably talk to people with respect. And I wanted to give I thought that we were going to do the gifts exchange in front of everybody at the Christmas party. No, everyone was just handing them out whenever they knew that they got the person, and whenever they saw them at the Christmas party, they just gave it to them. But I wanted it to be in front of everybody. Like, I wanted it to be a spectacle. So I didn't give Nathaniel his Secret Santa gift. I left it in the kitchen and was just like, he'll get it tomorrow at work. Like, when he comes back, when everyone comes back in, he'll get it. And oh, did he get it? So some of the people, like other servers knew that was like what I was going to be doing because I told them, because they were like, no one can keep a secret. So everyone's like, oh, who did you get? Who did you get? Who did you get? So I ended up telling a couple of people who I got and what I was going to do. And they thought that it was going to be so funny. So I had left it, like I said, I left it in the kitchen. So the next day when I came into work, everybody is like, oh, who was Nathaniel's Secret Santa? Who was Nathaniel's Secret Santa? And Nathaniel was like, yeah, I have my gift. Who was my Secret Santa? And I was like, oh, it was me. Like, you're going to love your gift. And he was like, really? And I was like, yes, you're going to love it. I was like, you should open it right now. Like, open it in front of everybody. And he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yes, like, open it. So then he like walks away or walks around the corner and opens the gift, which is kind of weird, but whatever. And then he comes back and he was like, oh, you got me a pole. What's this for? And I was like, remember when you said you wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole? Well, here's your 10.5-foot pole. And literally everyone who was in the kitchen was like, they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, here you go. And he was like, regifting. I'm like, oh my God, whatever. I was like, that was your gag gift. I got you another gift, but I'm going to have to give it to him when I come back from Florida because I'm not working. I called off. I'm on vacay. I'm on PTO. I'm not that ho. Gotta go. Joe, Nathaniel. I'm like, oh my God. I wanted it to be this whole thing. It wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. And that's what I get for trying to show out, I guess. But the Christmas party as a whole was very, I definitely was bamboozled into going based off of the Secret Santa, because if they didn't say Secret Santa was at the Christmas party, I probably wouldn't have gone. I looked stunning as always. I'm like, why do I have to dress up for you people outside of work? Like, I just don't. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve like the zhush of it all. If you want to see me, you can see me on the internet. Like, I don't have to tell you. Just go online. But that was fine, I guess. And honestly, it's so crazy that I am even here just like chit-chatting away, because I have lost all anxiety of going to the airport, which is insane because I'm like, I need to go to the airport. But I was having so much anxiety all day today. I was having so much anxiety all this week about getting on the plane to go to Florida. I had so much anxiety to the point where I literally called off work on Wednesday, which was funny. So, you guys, can a guy just go out with some friends and it not be like a whole thing? So I went out on Wednesday when I called off work. One of my neighbors invited me to go out with him, and we went out, we had some drinks, we went to happy hours, whatever. And all of you were in my DMs talking about, oh, you're with your hot neighbor, you're with your hot neighbor, you're with your hot neighbor. And I'm like, you guys, I wish. He's still in Thailand, but I was with one of my other neighbors, which happens to be hot neighbor's friend. Hopefully hot neighbor wants to come back from Thailand and we can all hang out. But those cucumbers, I think that's what got you guys when I was like, oh, these cucumbers. And everyone's like, the neighbor. And I was like, no, other neighbor. But yeah, no, I was having so much anxiety all week about this damn flight. Like, I hate flying. I hate flying with a passion. I think it's just something about not having control. And then people tell me statistics and they're like, you know that there's a 1 in a million chance of you dying in an airplane crash. And I'm like, I would be the 1 in a million. Like, I hate when people are like, there's a possibility. And I'm like, I would be the possibility. You guys don't understand. And so, I don't know. I think coming on here has shifted my viewpoint of going on the plane for today. Maybe because I've been drinking my Topo Chico margarita tequila. Topo Chico. Know what to do. But yeah, no, I don't want to go on this flight. I don't want to go to the airplane. I just want to stay in LA. That's why people say once you leave LA, once you move to LA, you never leave. Because why am I flying across the country? It's an 8.5 hour. There's no direct flights, by the way, just so I can remind you guys. There's no direct flights from LAX to PBI, West Palm Beach. None. I have to fly to Atlanta and then layover for 2 hours with Stella. I miss the days of direct flights. Like, put those back in my life. Not like 8 hours is insane. It is insane behavior. But I guess I should probably get ready to go to the airport. It's going to take like an hour to get there. I am assuming there's going to be a whole bunch of holiday traffic. I don't know how it's going to go with Stella. It's always a debacle every time I'm at the airport with Stella. And at least I have Clear, so I can get through the lines. But I'm not even going to be sitting in like... I fly Delta. I'm not flying Delta Comfort, which is what I normally fly. I'm flying Delta main cabin. Delta main cabin. I fly Comfort and I'm flying main right now. Everything about this is telling me to stay in LA, even though Christmas in Florida is superb. But I don't know, you guys. All I know is I packed a shit ton of stuff. And I use points to pay for stuff, and I need to go. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I love you guys oh so very much. You know what to do. You can like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, do whatever. Just make sure you're back for next week. Topo Chico, hit me up. Everyone, go comment my name under Topo Chico.